Hey, so this is going to be another editing video. So in the last editing video, the AI decided that pacing was one of the biggest issues. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to tackle pacing chapter by chapter to get that one big thing taken care of throughout the entire book. Another way that I approach editing is that you can take the entire, say, first chapter and go through and make it incredibly clean before moving on to the second chapter. So in that one chapter, you would handle, your big edits, your big things like pacing, like characterization, like making sure that each person has an individual voice, and also the line editing before you move on to the chapter that follows it. So those are two ways that you can approach editing. There's lots of ways. Those are the two that I do. I would say don't do chapter by chapter if your chapters are very, very long, or if you're working on something that, say, a short story. If it's a short story under 15,000 words, I do it all at once. I go through and I approach it, the big picture, like the pacing, and get everything done at once. And the point is that you want to break it down, because if you approach it like I'm going to edit this entire 30K novella at once and do it in one section, that could be really overwhelming for you. I know it is for me. I don't love editing, so I have to break it down. I may spend 45 minutes and then take a break, or I may do 30 minutes and take a break. I'm going to show you very quickly in this video how we can just address that one issue in one chapter, so that, if the AI says, hey, pacing's this huge issue, and you're like, oh my god, pacing, I have an entire 80K novel, I have to fix it all. Yes, you have to fix it all, but you don't have to fix it all in one chunk. So let me show you what I mean. We're in Novel Crafter. This is our book. This is Open Router. I'm just going to show you what the feedback costs. I like doing that so that you can see, what you can expect now that the book is done, what we're actually going to be paying for edits. We're going to go to Write. This is the full novel. It started us way at the bottom. We don't need that. What I'm going to be doing, though, is I'm going to go here. I'm going to go Chat with Scene. Actually, we don't need to do this one. We already have this thread. So let's go ahead and just delete this one. It's just that easy. This is the one that we were talking to previously. We've already got the full novel text here. So this is where you select your AI. I've got Haiku. Haiku is a great general purpose AI, plus it's cheap. Since we're going to be asking a lot of questions, cheap is good. I have it on full novel text. So this is one where you're going to want the cheapest one, just because it'll get expensive if you're doing something that's really costly. I'm just going to refresh it and make sure that we know what we're doing right now. Get that full list really quickly, just like we did before. So this seems like a really big list. Don't feel scared. Don't feel intimidated. It's going to be okay. We're going to break it down. Pacing and narrative momentum. Okay. So we're just going to look at the pacing. So definitely something to keep in mind with the AI, it doesn't often count very well. So this is saying that chapter 2, so we need to double check that chapter 2 is what it's talking about. So chapter 2 is life in the beach town, settling in. And it is exactly what it's talking about, but be careful because don't automatically assume that the chapter that it's talking about is actually the chapter that it says. Okay, so this is what it's giving us. This is why. And so it's going to be from here. Let's see here. It was from and she saw me. So it's here and it's here. I like to separate it by a space just so that we know what we're doing and we don't ruin anything. Grab that. We can replace this. We actually get rid of this. Pull it all the way down to here. And now it matches up with what's here. So it definitely took out a lot of the extra details, tightened it up a bit. We changed what it asked for. Okay. Okay, still a few issues. Okay, good. Okay, show me what you mean. Okay. Okay, so we're doing the next morning. Down to on Maya. Okay, There we go. Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of this. Down there. Let's grab that. Since we're only focusing on chapter 2, we can actually change this to chapter 2. Okay. Right, so we need to find where they're walking on a shoreline. The part starts with so we walked along the shoreline, the gentle waves lapping at our feet. There is no we walked along the shoreline. Okay. And that's why you need to double check that even though our context is only on chapter 2, it's still going to get a bit wonky. Let's see where that was actually from. Yeah, see, that doesn't actually exist in the book. But it does say that chapter 2 is good. Another way that we can tighten things up is, say you're looking here and you're like, oh, that's kind of wordy. All you can do, highlight a bit of it. I don't suggest doing more than just this part. But if you're like, you know what, we need to be a little less wordy, just go ahead and click shorten. You can use whichever AI you like. I'm just going to keep it with haiku. And see, it's shortened. If you don't like it, you can retry or you can discard. If you like it, you just hit apply. I'm going to hit retry. And I'm going to hit apply because I like it well enough. The AIs can be a little bit wordy, but if you wanted to go and you wanted to hit shorten here too, and just go to haiku. Except see, sometimes it goes to showing not telling. So go ahead and hit retry. And then it messed this up since we're not having two different people talking in one paragraph. We're going to go ahead and hit discard. Maybe we just hit shorten here. But see, I don't want it to just gloss over conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and hit discard. So this is one way that you can approach editing. Remember, the AI does go off course sometimes, like you saw. But it's really nice to have it instantly say, hey, here's where the pacing is an issue. Let's fix it. So let me show you what I would do. I'm going to take it off of that. We're going to go full novel. All right, so chapter 4. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and look at chapter 4. We can actually just go like that. So we could just do that. Okay. Last one, and I'm going to show you what this editing session cost us. Isn't this their first time at the Cove, though? Let me take a look. Okay. This is actually in chapter 10. Okay then. So let's go ahead and grab this and tighten this up. Apply that. Shorten this. So when you run into that issue, what you can do too is exactly what I just did, where you shorten it up and then you go okay. So you can't rely on AI completely for your edits, obviously, because it goes off course, it doesn't exactly know where things are. But as you saw, using Control F to find what it's talking about when you have your entire novel open can be really helpful. Let me show you one more. Okay. Nope. Alright, so this is the next part. Grab this, shorten it up. Yeah, I don't like that. Shorten this, leave the dialogue alone. It's not terrible. Okay, so we'll grab this, we'll grab this. Right. Definitely don't take the AI's advice without looking at everything, but if it looks better, if it tightens it up and you like it, absolutely use it. And then today is the 12th. I haven't done anything on Novel Crafter yet today. So this, let's see here, June 10th. Let's see, so a penny, less than a penny, less than a penny, less than a penny, a penny, less than a penny, less than a penny, less than a penny. Less than a penny, so less than 10 cents. I think we got some really good feedback for less than 10 cents. Hopefully you thought so too. As you saw, you might have to redirect it a little bit, but it definitely gives some good feedback so that you know where to go and what you may need to address. So, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or you want to see anything specific, just let me know.